Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will learn about padding property in CSS. In the previous lecture, we learnt about margin property. Margin creates space outside the element, right? Padding is similar to margin, but it creates space inside the element, around the element's content. So let's look at this with an example. In the same margin example code, I am going to include padding property. So I am going to add padding property to inner div element. Padding, let me give 10 pixels padding. So I am going to save and let's check the output. See now, inside the inner div, there is a padding given. There is a space of 10 pixels around the inner div element's content on all the four sides. So we'll explore this using developer tools. I'm highlighting the inner div and let's uncheck the padding property, and I'm going to enable the padding property, and also let's increase the padding property to say 20 pixels. So now there is padding on, no padding. Padding on, no padding. So you can see the difference, right? So padding is creating inner space around the element's content. Okay, let's go back to Sublime Text. So padding, if we give just padding property, just like margin, padding is going to apply padding on all the four sides, top, left, bottom and right. So also we have individual properties like padding left, padding right, padding top and padding bottom. So for example, we can give us padding top 30 pixels, padding bottom 10 pixels. So let's save and check the output. So we have more padding in the top and the bottom is only 10 pixels. So for both margin and padding, there is also shorthand notation. If we want to give different margin values on all the four sides and different padding values on all the four sides, we can also use the shorthand notation instead of using margin top, margin bottom or padding top, padding bottom kind of thing. So the shorthand notation is margin, colon, we have to give the values in this order: top, left, bottom, right. That means here margin 20 pixels, this 20 pixels is for margin top, 10 pixels is for left, margin left, and 15 pixels is for bottom, margin bottom, and 12 pixels is for margin right. And similarly for padding also the same way. So we can, I'm just copying this. Okay, here padding, the order is same. So here the first value is top, second value is left, top, left, bottom, right. That is the order. Okay, so save and go to the output. So now you can see why the inner div is not centered. Why is coming to the left? Because I have removed the margin left and right auto properties. I have deleted those properties in CSS. So the inner div is not centered anymore, and the newly entered margin and padding properties are applied to this output. Okay, let me increase this margin to some 40 pixels so that you can know the difference. See, here margin 40 pixels is given to the top, 10 pixels to the bottom, that's why it's very less, 15 pixels to the left, and 12 pixels plus remaining area, we have the right space. And also similarly, let me increase the padding to some big value so that you can see the difference. So padding top is 55 pixels, padding bottom is 15 pixels, padding left is 30 pixels, it's top, left, bottom, right, correct? So top is 55 pixels, left is 15 pixels, that's why it is small, like and the bottom is 30 pixels and right is 12 pixels. Okay, there is also another shorthand notation for margin and padding. That is, we can give together top and bottom values together and left and right values together. So it has to be written as margin, say 20 pixels space 40 pixels. That means top and bottom margin will be 20 pixels and left and right margin will be 40 pixels. And that is, the first value is top and bottom, the second value is left and right. Similarly for padding, I'll give 40 pixels for top and bottom and 10 pixels for left and right. So this is another shorthand notation. So I am unchecking the margin. When I check enable the margin, you can see here it's 20 pixels top, 20 pixels bottom, and here left it's 40 pixels, right is 40 pixels. And similarly for padding. So if we have top, bottom same value and left, right same value, then we can use this notation. In this lecture we learned about padding property in CSS. Next we have an assignment using margin and padding property. You need to create the given layouts using the concepts that we have learned so far. So if you have any queries regarding the assignment or any other topic, please email me in the email ID that I have shared in the course description. In the next class, we will be doing a project, a web page using the concepts that we have learned. Thank you for watching.